Hello viewers, it's good to see you again in our daily bulletin. Up next are the headlines as usual. President Chen Dae-kwang welcomes Japanese businessman. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc attends diplomatic conference. Hanoi expects 30 million visitors by 2020. President Chen Dae-kwang hosted a reception for a delegation from the Japan-Vietnam Economic Committee in Hanoi on August 23rd. President Kwang welcomed Japanese investors, saying that the Vietnam-Japan relations are in the best ever development process, especially since the two countries established their strategic partnership. Japan remains Vietnam's leading economic partner and the country's largest ODA provider. Japan is Vietnam's second largest foreign investor and its fourth largest trade partner. He affirmed that Vietnam always considers Japan to be its top and long-term partner and expects to join Japan in making the relationship more comprehensive and practical. The state leader spoke highly of the Japan Business Federation for its cooperation and assistance to Vietnam in the country's efforts to improve its investment environment. Mr. Kohei Takahashi and Mr. Kuniharu Nakamura, co-chairs of the Japan Economic Committee, said Japan attaches importance to cooperation with Vietnam. With more than 1,500 Japanese businesses operating in the country, Vietnam is the largest recipient of Japan's investment among ASEAN members. Under a survey by the Federal, Vietnam ranks first among the countries into which Japanese investors want to pour their money in the next 5 and 10 years. The Japan Business Federation is a comprehensive economic organization with a membership of 1,340 representative companies of Japan, 109 national industrial associations, and 47 regional economic organizations. On August 23rd, the 29th Diplomatic Conference entered its second working days with discussion focusing on diplomacy serving development. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc attended the event. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc said, international economic integration promotion is a focal task of the diplomatic sector, and external activities in other spheres must facilitate economic diplomacy. Stressing the goal of rapid and sustainable economic development, he told diplomats to be more active in trade and investment promotion, as well as policy dialogues to protect the rights and interests of Vietnamese businesses in other countries. Vietnam now has diplomatic ties with nearly 200 nations and more than 90 overseas representative agencies worldwide. The diplomatic sector, therefore, needs to make precise forecasts of the global economic situation so as to give useful advice serving the country's foreign economic cooperation, the government leader said. Prime Minister Phúc said he expects each diplomat will be the best representative of Vietnam and its interests in other countries. At the meeting, he also requested localities nationwide pay more heed to external activities while closely liaising Vietnamese overseas representative agencies to optimize their advantages. The biennial conference of the diplomatic sector opened on August 22nd and will last through August 26th with the purpose of seeking measures to increase the efficiency of external activities and international integration to successfully realize the 12th National Party Congress resolution. On August 23rd, Chairwoman of the National Assembly Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân and other high-ranking legislators offered incense to commemorate late President Ho Chi Minh at House number 67 in Hanoi on the occasion of the 71st National Day, which falls on September 2nd. Built in 1967 in what is now the President Ho Chi Minh relic site, House number 67 was the place where the late president worked and passed away. It was also a meeting venue for the Politburo during wartime. Talking with staff and officials of the relic site, Chairwoman Ngân recommended that they should continue better performing their assigned duties, including preserving and promoting the value of exhibits that were connected with the late President's revolutionary activities. She hopes they continue helping locals and international visitors to better understand President Ho Chi Minh and his revolutionary career. Deputy Prime Minister Vương Đình Huệ has urged the provinces in the southwestern region to better implement the religious and ethnic work, especially via improving the quality of people. Addressing a conference on ethnic and religious affairs and security and defense work in the southwestern region on August 23rd, the Deputy Prime Minister urged the cities and provinces in the region to continue improving business environment and providing support to businesses. He encouraged the localities to shift agricultural production towards expanding cultivation and seafood raising area, combining with the application of science and technology to ensure agricultural production in the region to gain higher value in 2016. It was reported at the workshop that due attention has been paid to the execution of ethnic and religious policies, bringing remarkable development across the fields from economy to culture, healthcare and education, and improving the living conditions of local ethnic minorities. From 2011 to 2015, the rate of poverty households in ethnic groups decreased from 33% to 13%. Experts have said that the export growth target of 10% for 2016 is unlikely to be achieved if no breakthrough solution is taken in the remaining months of this year. The experts noted the country faces challenges such as technical barriers and trade protection measures due to the elimination of import duties and the new generation free trade agreements set to be signed this year. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, Vietnam recorded export growth of 5.3% in the first 7 months of 2016, much lower than the 9.2% of the same period last year. This was attributed to fluctuations of import markets, experts said, adding that many countries have strengthened technical barriers and applied stricter regulations on food safety, quality, and goods origin. Vietnam's rivals such as Thailand, Indonesia, and India are competing in quality and price. Rice, for example, fetched $1.32 billion from shipping 2.93 million tons abroad from January-July, down 18.4% in volume and 14.4% in value year-on-year. The reduction was attributable to weak demand and unstable production under the impacts of drought and saltwater intrusion during the first half of this year. Similarly, the garment, textile, and footwear industry faces several difficulties. By July 2016, the sector only fulfilled half of its yearly export target of $17 billion. The current growth of below 6% is the lowest over the past 10 years. Meanwhile, the seafood sector is facing difficulties such as weather, prices, and administrative procedures on imported spices and additives. Despite the setbacks, the sector grossed $3.2 billion in revenue in the first half of 2016, a year-on-year rise of 4%. The Ministry of Industry and Trade said food safety and hygiene is the primary standard for not only seafood but also other products, adding that besides implementing financial and monetary policies, businesses and localities should devise specific measures for individual sectors. An exhibition displaying maps and documents on Vietnam's sovereignty over Hoàng Sa, Paracel, and Trường Sa Spratly archipelagos opened in the Mekong Delta province of An Giang on August 23rd. On display are numerous documents, objects, publications, and nearly 100 maps in Chinese, known Old Vietnamese writing using Chinese characters, French and modern Vietnamese, collected by local and foreign scholars and researchers. The 5-day exhibition also introduces a collection of 65 maps published by Vietnam and Western countries from the 17th century to date, as well as photos and documents on economic, cultural and social development activities of the Trường Sao Island district during the country's industrialization and modernization process. These are clear evidence of Vietnam's sovereignty over the archipelagos. All exhibits will be given to the Provincial People's Committee after the exhibition. The event is designed to raise the awareness among all Vietnamese people, particularly the younger generation, about patriotism, national unity, and a sense of responsibility. Nearly 700 artists and actors from 11 art troupes nationwide are participating in the annual National Tuồng Classical Drama and Traditional Folk Opera contest in Da Nang.
The contest is an opportunity for traditional art troupes nationwide to share their experiences, skills, and knowledge of preserving classic dramas in modern time. 11 art troupes nationwide will stage 17 shows, of which 10 are classic dramas in Da Nang over 9 days. Gold medals will be awarded on August 29th to the best performances, actors, artists, directors, and choreographers. Shows will be staged at 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. daily, and visitors can attend by obtaining free tickets. Da Nang is the first city to introduce tuồng to the public and tourists, with outdoor performances held every Sunday night. The dramas were introduced at some junior high schools as a pilot project to preserve the centuries-old art.
Vietnam's capital city of Hanoi plans to welcome 30 million visitors, including 5.7 million foreigners, by 2020.
The Municipal Department of Tourism said Hanoi also hopes to generate $5.36 billion in tourism revenue by 2020, with an annual growth of 15 to 17% until then. The Hanoi Tourism Department said the city will continue to develop infrastructure, improve tourism products in terms of quality and diversity, and invest more in human resources in a move to make tourism more sustainable and a key industry. The department's statistics revealed that Hanoi posted annual growth of more than 10% in tourist arrivals in recent years. In 2015, the city attracted approximately 19.7 million travelers. Of them, 3.3 million came from overseas, accounting for 40% of the foreign visitors to Vietnam. The number of travelers coming to the city reached more than 11 million in the first half of this year, including 2 million foreigners, up 30% year-on-year. That has earned the city $1.4 billion. However, the department said the number of international visitors to Vietnam is still much lower than that of other capital cities in the region. It's just 1/6 of the number of visitors going to Bangkok, and 1/3 that of Singapore and Kuala Lumpur. Experts say the capital city needs to make greater efforts to affirm its position as the country's largest tourist center. Top priority should be given to developing attractive tourism packages and perfecting the quality of existing tourist services.
And that has come to the end of our program. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you next time.